builds research labs, and more. Jeff Kodosky and Jim Truchard saw a need for more efficient functional data collection methods. Together, they met this view by inventing LabVIEW. It's the first tool of its kind that enables researchers to design and control experiments with a user-friendly, graphics-based computer interface. From process engineering for high-temperature superconductors aboard NASA aircraft to teaching physical chemistry in school laboratory settings, LabVIEW facilitates high-end testing and virtual instrumentation for lab experiments. Today, National Instruments, the Austin-based company they founded, employs more than 7,000 people, and Jeff Kodosky and Jim Truchard have put the tools for accelerated invention into the hands of researchers around the globe.
Collaboration, working with others to accomplish more than we can on our own. This virtue can often be overlooked in pursuit of personal achievement. But for Jim Truchard and Jeff Kodosky, it's the very thing they credit as the key to their own success.
We were good partners. We played roles that were complementary in a way that could be sustained over a long period of time.
Jim has a natural way of inspiring. He can say things that get me enthusiastic. In the case of National Instruments, how we can make a company that is great to work for.
I wanted to create a job I wanted. And to do that, I have to create jobs other people want too. Working in the research lab at the University of Texas, I quickly learned that Jeff had very good analytical skills and also great skills at solving hard equations. That combination with his raw talent and capability was very important to me.
I was working full-time at Applied Research Labs and going to graduate school part-time, and we decided, well, let's just moonlight after hours or on weekends to design this product and then start the company. We started out right at the beginning working in Jim's garage and my kitchen.
We saw a need that scientists and engineers would have in automating their instrumentation systems. Traditionally, prior to virtual instrumentation, instruments were packaged systems that were custom designed for specific applications.
Well, now when you could connect the instruments to a computer, there was less chance for making a mistake. The testing was more repeatable. It could be done faster.
We were creating a tool that had the power and capability to solve very hard problems.
We were aiming to assist these people with benchtop instruments, but in fact, most of them ignored us. And instead, what we got is this influx of people from all kinds of disciplines, all kinds of fields. And they looked at LabVIEW and saw a tool that would allow them to construct what they were envisioning. They were being more innovative and more creative because they had access to our tool.
Almost anything you read about has been touched by our tools, whether it's smart mobile devices, space, big physics.
NASA has used our hardware and software in testing spacesuits. We liked to say that our software was usable from kindergarten through rocket science.
For Truchard and Kodosky, it was their ability to build off each other's strengths and willingness to form a true partnership that led to their success. Their example is a testimony to the power of collaboration.
Please welcome 2019 National Inventors Hall of Fame inductees, Jeff Kodosky and James Truchard.
to admit though, when I was first contacted, I thought this might be a joke. I checked with Google, and when I saw the previous recipients and their accomplishments, it was very humbling. I'm particularly honored to be in this induction class with Ken Thompson and Dennis Richard. I was a UNIX brat for many years, at least until I encountered the first Apple Macintosh computer. I was amazed by the graphics capability of that little machine. As I look back, I marvel at the audacity and naivete I had in thinking I could use the graphics to create programs. It was a wild idea, so I also marvel that my business partner Jim Truchard and colleague Jack McCriskin encouraged me to pursue it. I never had a good idea that wasn't improved by talking it over with others, and Jim and Jack proved to be ideal collaborators. We fleshed out the idea, and then it was time to see if we could actually make it work. I formed a team mostly of new computer science graduates, and we began to develop the code. That was a magical year. All of us developers crammed in a tiny room, implementing a brand new graphical language, and surviving on popcorn and double-stuffed Oreos. I want to thank my colleagues at National Instruments, as well as all our loyal, patient, and enthusiastic customers who contributed to our success. And of course, I have to thank my wife of 48 years, Gail, whose love and support.
I too would like to thank the National Inventors Hall of Fame for this honor and helping inventors like us inspire the next generation of inventors. I grew up on the farm without electricity, and I couldn't afford any transistors, so I built a crystal radio, self-powered, to connect with the outside world. That experience created a bonding with electronics and technology that would shape my future. One of my early heroes was the inventor of the triode vacuum tube, Lee DeForest. Steve Jobs, who said, "The journey is the reward," created the Macintosh computer, which would inspire Jeff and I on our journey to create a productivity tool for scientists and engineers. As with many inventors, our invention would define our future. As Alan Kay of Apple said at the time, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. Yes, Virginia, there is still many things yet to be invented. For example, we need a lighter footprint on the environment. And we can harvest the knowledge of our very complex immune system for better health. There is a lot of future yet to be invented. Once again, I'd like to thank the National Inventors Hall of Fame for this incredible event and recognizing us in this way. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeff, Kodosky, and Jim.